All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cheatham Street Relics. It's January the 7th. It's about 4:45 p.m. You can see it's kind of already starting to get a little dark here in West Tennessee. We're looking eastward here, which would be back toward Nashville, Tennessee. Obviously, back this way would be to the west. Um, a little chilly, about 45 degrees, which is not too bad for this time of year. We'll get our cold weather. It's coming. Usually around January, late January, February, we'll probably have a little snow, hopefully just a little, hopefully not a lot. But anyway, guys, I just want to jump on here and talk about uh, diabetes. I don't talk about medical stuff very often, but I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff about a certain medication that's come out for diabetics, and I'll talk about that probably in another video. But just to kind of give you a brief rundown, and I know obviously I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving anybody any type of medical advice. Just going to real quick tell you my diabetic story real quick. So 3 or 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And it really shouldn't have come as a shock to me. My dad's been diabetic for 30 plus years, so it does run in the family. Although he's the only one that he knows of on his side of the family that's ever had diabetes. So it does run on my mom's side of the family too, and my mother is not diabetic. So of course my dad, kind of like me, was overweight a lot of his life, so it may have played a part in it too, and didn't watch what he ate. So which I'm kind of the same way. All my life I pretty much just ate whatever I wanted to. I was big into sweets and ice cream and candy and just all the junk and crap that you really shouldn't eat. But so 3 or 4 years ago, of course, I had all the classic signs and symptoms of diabetes, and I knew what they were. Like I said, my dad been diabetic for 30 something years. We kind of grew up with that. So I had the frequent urination, the vision changes, just everything that went along with it. But the biggest thing that really started concerning me was, and I didn't even know this was a symptom of diabetes. A lot of people, when you think about diabetes, you think of people being overweight and weight gain, but weight loss, which was happening to me. So I was, at the time, and I'm only 5'9". I'm not a very big guy. So at the time, I was probably 265 pounds, way overweight. And I'm not much better now, but so I was pretty heavy, especially for my size. So there's a cat over here meowing. Let's see him real quick. There he is. Sure, but that cat over there is a stray. He won't come around unless it's feeding time. But so anyway, and I got to get them some food. Matter of fact, well, they got a little bit up there still from this morning. It looks like they found it. But anyway, so I was obviously pretty overweight, but I started rapidly just losing weight without wasn't trying to lose weight. I just started dropping weight. And in about 6 to 8 months time, I dropped down from like 260, I want to say 260, 265, to like 198 pounds. And I really thought something was bad wrong. And I don't go to the doctor like I should, like a lot of men. We're kind of stubborn, and we don't want to go to the doctor. But finally, I thought something's bad wrong. I've dropped in that short of time. I've dropped that much weight, and I needed to drop that weight, but not like that. So basically, if you're familiar with diabetes, you get I don't remember what they call it, but there's a certain term for it. But your body just basically starts shutting down and starts using up all the fat and everything. It's just I don't know like I said, I'm not a doctor. I don't know the terms, but that's what was happening basically. So I go to the doctor and tell them my symptoms, and pretty quickly they pull out a little checker to prick my finger and check my blood sugar. And this was fasting blood sugar that day. I had not eaten anything that day, and my fasting blood sugar that day was like 460, 470, close to 500. was very high, as you probably know. And again, that was my fasting blood sugar. So how long had I had this and really not paid attention, not really known? You know, my sugar was probably running just 500-600 off the charts constantly for months and months and months. And so long story short, they put me on a sort of like a fast-acting insulin, and it took a couple months. You know, I'd get it down to 300, get it down to 200. It took a couple months, but I finally got it down where it was a lot better for me. It wasn't perfect. I did try the metformin. Didn't really care for that. Had some issues with the metformin. So I kind of basically, and you shouldn't do this, I know, but I weaned myself off of that. And I really changed up my diet. I cut out all the sweets, all the sugars, desserts, pies, cakes, everything that I loved. I just cut it out. Pretty much, you know, strawberry flavored air was about all I could have. But I changed my diet. I was big at drinking Pepsis and Dr. Peppers, and I cut all that out. I'll still have a diet drink every once in a while now, but it will be a diet drink, which I know people are going to say those aren't good for you either, and I'm aware of that. But I really changed my eating habits, and I started doing some intermittent fasting, which helped out. And without medication, with just diet change, I was able to get my numbers down. Their goal was at first, you know, to have them down around 150, or of course lower. So I was able to sort of do that with diet, and I did that for several months, probably a year or so. And I actually came off the insulin, which was good because I don't like needles, don't like taking shots. So I come off the insulin, and let's see, I've got a call coming in. I'll call them back. So I come off the insulin, and my numbers were staying pretty decent, you know. Fasting sugars were 150 or lower. Well, I won't say that I fell off the wagon as far as eating. I still to this date cut out sweets on a special occasion. I might have a piece of pie or something like that, or cookie, but my eating habits have really changed. I think, in my opinion, I'm doing really good compared to what it was years ago. But my numbers, and I guess sometimes the disease will progress, and but my numbers started just, again, getting out of control. I was getting up, you know, I was running 250, 300, 350, and my weight, of course, had come back. I'm currently about 250, which for my height is way too heavy. I need to drop a lot of that, and I'm working on that as well. But so long story short, guys, I started a new, you've heard of the Ozempic. That's one that everybody knows because of the little catchy jingle commercial that they had for running for a long time. But it's an injection, a once a week injection. Sort of like that. It's called Mounjaro. I'm not even exactly sure how to pronounce that, but I believe it's Mounjaro. I started that injection last Sunday, and so we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that on another video, but just kind of update everybody, give you an update on my little diabetic story there. Yeah, my numbers, I've had them, you know, they started out just crazy high, and then with changes in my diet and exercise and walking, which I still walk quite a bit, and that helps a lot. I've got some back pain and other stuff that causes me, that keeps me from actually, you know, going to the gym and working out and stuff like that. But I do, walking has always been good for me. I enjoy walking, so that's helped out a lot. But like I said, I started out with my numbers crazy high, and then I sort of got them under control for a couple of years and did pretty good. And then they started going off the charts again. But we'll talk about probably in the next video how this new injection Mounjaro, how it's worked out for me, or how it is working out for me. So we'll do another little video on that. This is just sort of an update or a pre-video, I guess you'd say, to the Manjaro videos that I'll do, the update videos. And there's tons of them on YouTube. I've watched a lot of them, and so I've got some good information from them too. So that's been helpful. But so we'll get another video up shortly about my experience so far on Manjaro. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.